On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be looking at the Mezco Cinema Fear 3 3/4 inch Friday the 13th, the Final Chapter Jason Voorhees. I wanted to get around to reviewing these sooner or later because these are such neat little, I was going to say toys, but neat little collectibles, neat little figurines. As you can see, Friday the 13th, the Final Chapter, includes axe, machete, removable mask, and display base. On the back of the package, now there were only 3 figures in this wave, 3 figures released in this series, which is really unfortunate. We had the Friday the 13th Part 4 Jason Voorhees, we have A Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger, and finally we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface. There were only 3 figures released, not quite 100% right, because there was also, if I move this guy over here, I'll bring this in, there was also a Jason Voorhees released, a Toy Fair 2009 exclusive Jason Voorhees. Essentially it's the exact same figure, slightly lighter, this one right here, the exclusive. The outfit is slightly bit lighter than the actual retail released figure, but more importantly the exclusive also featured a glow-in-the-dark mask, as you can see. Back on the packaging is the exact same on both of them. I won't actually open both of these. I'll probably keep the glow-in-the-dark sealed just because it is an exclusive. But what I will do is I will open up of course, the Jason Voorhees, the regular figure, so we can get a better look at it. But yeah, neat little figures. So we'll move the 2009 exclusive out of the way, like I said, with a glow-in-the-dark mask. And what we will do is we will open this guy up, the Jason Voorhees regular figure, and we will have ourselves a better look at the 3 3/4 inch Jason Voorhees. Stay tuned. Currently I've actually got the Jason Voorhees on his display stand. Just take him off his display stand so I can give you guys a look at it. Standard stand. They've just got some blood splattered on it. I think had they continued the line longer and they were going to release more of these guys, it's so sad that they haven't. They could have easily taken the same stand and actually plaqued the name of the movie, the actual title of the movie, on these display stands. So they could have put Friday the 13th Part 4, the Final Chapter, and done it all that way. Again, only serves as a reminder that unfortunately they never went any further with the line aside from 3 figures. Oh, it's so painful. But blood splattered still works, obviously, being that he is a horror movie killer. We'll put the stand aside, and we'll give you guys a look at Jason Voorhees. This is an incredible figure. Now, I mean, granted, I don't like 3 3/4 inch figures. I love the Iron Man 2. I of course love G.I. Joes, but aside from that, I really have not warmed up to any 3 3/4 inch figures. Marvel Universe, a little bit. DC Infinite Heroes, I liked at one point. Lost interest in that. But holding this guy in hand, I just love this guy. I love these figures. And I so wish that they had done more with these figures. Could you imagine if Mezco had gotten the rights back for a lot of these lines, these movie lines, and they had actually released, a Jason Voorhees from Part 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to Jason X. Mold-wise, I mean, they'd have to tweak it ever so slightly, change the mask a little bit, but I mean, that would be one incredible line that I would have picked up. They could have done a Michael Myers. They could have done some of the characters that we have never seen in in a 6-inch variety. We could have gotten a well, we could have gotten a Ghostface, which we've seen before, but we could have gotten a Fisherman. We could have gotten the Urban Legend Killer. I mean, the sky's the limit for a figure line such as this. And unfortunately, just due to who owns the licenses for some of these characters, unfortunately, we're never going to get that iconic set. Because while as much as I love the 6-inch line, the posability and everything, and the fact it's a smaller line, is just incredible. Give you guys a look at his mask. Of course, he's got the gash at the top there. A nice bloodied mask. Of course, his mask is removable, so we'll just take the mask off. Give you guys a look at it. And despite the fact it's a smaller scale figure, the detailing on his face is very nice indeed. Very, very nice. It worries me a bit, the mask with the strapping. I was concerned with the 6-inch scale figures, just with the strap, that I was worried that it was going to break off. I'm more worried with the smaller scale figures, especially with this strap, because I don't think it would take much at all to have that break right off. But give you guys a look at the mask. And now you imagine this is a 3 3/4 inch figure, and look how detailed even the mask is. We'll put it back on Jason here. Now, before I get to his articulation, the other 2 accessories that he comes with is an axe. Nice bloodied axe. He also does come with, if I can find it, he also does come with his machete. Now, one hand is an actual closed fist. So it looks like you can actually, probably have to just finagle the, there I go, using that word finagling again. But it looks like it might take some work. You know what? I wonder if maybe the one hand is designed for the axe more so. Knocked his mask off here. As you can see, he's holding his axe. I wonder if maybe his machete would be better suited in his other hand, or if it's supposed to be. See, his hand, this one hand is not quite designed, it doesn't look like to be designed for a weapon. You can kind of get the machete in there, but he doesn't really want to hold it very well in this hand, leading me to think more so that the other hand is suitable for the machete more so, but you kind of have to really force it in there to get his hand to hold it. And of course, with a smaller figure, the worry is there, obviously, that you're going to break a thumb off, or you're going to break a hand off, because I mean the hands are very fragile. Get it in there. Almost got it, almost got it, almost got it. There we go. Definitely took some finagling. But he looks very, very cool. I do like the fact that his hand is open on the other hand. Yes, it would have been nice if you could have put the weapons in either hand, but still love the look of this figure. In the way of his articulation, this is where the figures really excel, is the articulation. He has the ball-jointed head, and it's actually ball-jointed in the neck, not so much in the head, so it still works really, really well while not sacrificing any sculpt in the neck. He's got a ball-jointed shoulder that you can move. It's really, really stiff on this figure, which I'm not going to complain about. You can rotate the arm, you can bend the elbow, you rotate the hand, you can rotate the waist. Not too much on this guy. The legs is really where the figure excels, unlike the 6-inch figures, because you can bend the leg back and forth, in and out. You can bend the knee. You can also rotate the foot. So there is so much articulation that you can get him in a nice iconic Jason pose. Put him back on his display stand. But he is so nice. If you are a horror movie fan, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't have these guys in your collection. Unfortunately, being that this is the sole wave of these guys, getting them is a little more expensive, but if you can find them, definitely worth picking them up. Again, it's a shame that Mezco couldn't have continued this line, kind of along the lines of the cult classics, but really just in a smaller scale, because these figures excel so well in not only detailing but also articulation. The Jason, I almost want to give a 10 to. You know what? I'm going to give him a 10. The 3 3/4 inch NECA Cult Classics, the Mezco Cinema of Fear, Friday 13th Part 4 Jason Voorhees, gets a 10. A great figure to pick up, guys. Definitely need to find them if you can. Most likely only on eBay, though, unfortunately, but definitely worth picking up. A 10 for Part 4 Jason Voorhees. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for many more spots to come, and I will see you guys next time.